It's a bit interesting that the game is having us go through many parts of the world. While this is happening, I'm going to... There's a body out there.
The origin metal signal was coming from around here, right?
Let's sniff it out.
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to try to go ahead and, as we're going through the world again, pick up any new stuff that's going on. Like you right here. I've missed you for too long at this point.
Mia, would you do the honors?
Yeah, any quests, any class upgrades, normal stuff. And I think the reason I didn't come over here was because it was high-level enemies. Oh, signal of origin metal coming clear. Must be near now. This is starting to feel like treasure hunt. Riku get kind of excited. You know, you've got a point. It is kind of like one big world-hopping treasure hunting adventure. Alright, calm down. Where's the signal then? It's coming from over that way. If judged by distance reading, probably behind that ridge. Hey Manana, race you for it. Okay, but then Manana not give up easy. Up that way. There's also over here's nothing, just some items. I must pick up because they're just here taunting me. Okay, climbing we go. Well, it's very obvious where it is, isn't it? Not a range thing or anything. What are you gonna be a part of? I guess this is it. Together with the one we got from Her Majesty, that makes 2. It's good luck that we found it so quickly. We can only hope the other pieces will come to us just as smoothly. Let's track down the metal in Cadencia. Oh, alright. We could go that way. I'm not sure. As I said, we should be going around and just picking up what quests we can. Like, there is a... something on the map. Where is that? Uni, do you have a spare moment? Well, if it isn't Isora. What's up? There's something I wanted to ask. You used to be a healer, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I'm a jack of all trades since joining Ouroboros, though. So then, do you know lots about medicine and treatments and stuff? I remember the basics, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I know just the minimum amount to be a healer. Why? Do you want to be a healer? Not a healer exactly. Promise you won't laugh at me if I tell you. Eh? I want to be a military doctor. You want to be a military doctor? I knew it. It's weird, isn't it? No, my bad. It's not what I meant. It's just a little surprising coming from you. Yeah, I know what you mean. Everyone thinks I'm just like Foots and Nagumo, probably just because I'm in the same team as them. Whenever I mention I actually want to be a doctor, Foots just makes fun of me, and Nagumo is so annoying about it. Oh, right. That sounds tough, love. I've been studying in secret, but there's only so much self-study you can do. Oh, I get it. That's why you came to me for answers. But still, I'm not sure I'd really be much use to you. Sorry, love. No, please, I should be the sorry one. Thank you for listening, anyway. Poor Claude.
Some relationships
Alright, those things are going to be around as well. I need to make sure I pick up. Keep forgetting about them. Hey, Teach, can I bend your ear? Seems like Isora wants to be a medical doctor. Oh my, that's the first I've heard of it. Apparently, she's been studying by herself, but she's finding it difficult. Isn't there anyone who could teach her? I think I might have just the solution. Oh, really? We can try and find a special instructor in the field, outside of the colony. Oh yes, I've heard of such a system. There's no shame at all in asking others to fill in when nobody has experience. Knowledge is power, after all. In this case, we should try and find someone who's also a medical doctor. I'm trying to think if we know any doctors. Maybe Olashandra from 4? Oh yeah, her. I think she might have her hands full with some other work, but there's no harm in asking. I'll accompany you then. I should be there on behalf of Colony Gamma, so that it all goes through the proper channels. Okay then, it's settled. Let's go and see Olashandra. I feel like we're just here talking to you. Or more accurately, coming to you for help. Oh dear, do you have an upset stomach? You look perfectly healthy to me, though. You're right, I'm full of beans. There's something we wanted to ask you about, Olashandra. Delighted to meet you. My name is Teach. Teach? From Colony Gamma, right? Forgive me for rudely imposing, but Mio and our friends said I might be able to ask a favor of you. Okay, I understand. You're very enthusiastic about teaching, aren't you, Commander? What do you think? Would you be able to share your experiences and expert techniques with our Yusora? I totally agree with your principles, and I have nothing against helping you out, even though you are an Agnian colony. Well then. However, if you have to leave the colony grounds, it's a different story. I lead the medic team. Can't leave my post. Yeah, that makes sense. Instead, I can send my teammate Mayback as a substitute. He's not the most experienced of us, but he knows what it takes to be a military doctor. Would that be okay? Yes, I have absolute faith in your recommendation. We'd be very grateful for your support. Thank you, Olashandra. You've been a great help. It's no problem. We're indebted to you, after all. I'll go and talk to Mayback. Feel free and come along. So with all that said, I'd like you to take a trip to Colony Gamma. You've got it, Captain. Actually, hold on a second. Do you have a problem with that? Not a problem exactly, but isn't Colony Gamma an Agnian colony? Not to worry, our flame clock has been destroyed. We're in the same position as you. That means there's no chance of them causing you any harm, Mayback. There should be no issue. I understand your logic, but... You're an excellent assistant, but you're a little dependent on me sometimes. This would be a great chance to get you some worldly experience. Captain Olashandra. Okay, I understand. I'm not sure how much help I'll be, but I'll see what I can do. Thank you very much. We welcome you to our colony with open arms. Do your best, Mayback. Say hello to the little fledgling doctor from me. Yes, Captain. Mayback, moving out. Sorry to keep you waiting, Yusora. We brought someone for you. Uni? What's going on? What do you mean you brought someone for me? You said you wanted to be a military doctor, right? So I brought one to you. I brought you one. Nice to meet you. Don't worry, Mayback is a friend of ours. There's nothing to be scared of. So what's going on? You said you'd hit a wall studying alone to become a doctor, right? I can't help you, but this guy can. You can ask him anything you like. You really went out of your way for me. Thank you, Uni. You're the new recruit that wanted to become a doctor, right? Oh yes, my name is Yusora. Hello, Yusora. I'm Mayback. Nice to formally meet you. Nice to meet you, too. Let's get started, then. Is there anything you want to ask me? Yes. I'd like to know about medical approaches to treating different symptoms. Ah, yes. Okay. That is a pretty broad topic, depending on your progress so far. First, let's start with a case study. Looks like those two are going to get along great. Imagine she'll be fine to leave in Maybach's hands. Just hope that her determination bears fruit. By the way, Uni, thank you once again for all this. You took notice of Yusora's real goals and made every effort to help her. As Gamma Commander, I must thank you from the bottom of my heart. Nah, it's fine. She came up and asked me. How could I say no? I wanted to help. Though actually, Maybach's the helpful one, not me. That was a pretty straightforward quest.
Huh. Would you believe it?
Oh! Maxed out the colony. What did we get from that then? Shiny Hunter. Okay. Not that I find that super helpful. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we can... I have one place I want to go, but let's go check out the other colony in this region first. Okay, here we go. There is something here. Those spongy spud things, they're delish. So much so that I wonder if it's almost lunchtime all the time now. Spuds are so good. I could eat them by the sackload. I know, it always makes space in my belly for them. Anyone else get the feeling Colony 9 folks might be eating a bit too many spongy spuds? Seemed to me like they really fell in love with them, yeah. They seem to be always eating them. Eating them's one thing, but did you hear them talking about saving Ionios with them? Isn't that what we're doing too, curiously enough? Of course it's not. Or is it? Well, if nothing else, spongy spuds are helping ease the food shortages, so people don't have to fight so hard over resources. And if they don't have to fight, isn't that saving the world? In some sense, at least? Don't get me wrong, I'm not arguing with the logic. I'm just trying to point out that there's an important point you're missing. And that is... it's this. Eating nothing but potatoes is boring as all get out. When I cannot take that lying down. Potato cuisine contains hidden depth. Amount of possible variation so high is practically endless. With wings of banana at spatula can eat potatoes all life and never be satisfied. Not be satisfied. Or I dare say this might be just be Manana's time to shine then. Seeing as how you lot always basically just steam their spuds, or that lot, I think that might be a mercy. Manana will get on case immediately. Time to save worlds with potatoes is now. If I ate at the canteen, would it give me a different meal?
Right then, strategy meeting.
Everyone's talking up the spongy spuds. They're mouth-watering even if you just steam them. Heh, didn't I say they were delicious? They look well made up. Not surprised. Got teary-eyed just from eating them raw. Not just that. We can reliably raise a sizable yield without much difficulty. This has put a lot of minds at ease. I think it's safe to say spongy spuds are the key to Colony 9's survival. The whole colony seems much brighter now. Everybody's getting a go at working in the fields. When people are less anxious, they're less prone to confrontation too. I just wish we had a similar way to reduce inter-colony hostilities. Don't we? Maybe we should give it a try. Give what a try exactly? Let's try spreading spongy spuds to other colonies. It'd solve food shortages and maybe help a little with the tension and anxiety of the war. Colony 9 certainly works as a successful test model, but are you sure this is going to work? We'll do our best to make it work. Hunger makes it hard to think rationally. It eats away at the heart. We need to free people from that anguish. Then let's get going. Spread the good news of the spongy spud. Can't waste any time. I'll call some friends. We'll continue this conversation in the Colony 9 Commander's office. So, as we discussed earlier, we want to teach other colonies how to grow spongy spuds. Count me in. Conflicts over food supply are tragic. If there's anything we could do to help ease them, we should. I guess places with poor weather or bad crops would owe us a favor. Please do not have me have to do the whole building it up from scratch thing. That took so long last time. Looks like nobody objects. I mean, this is great and all, but how are you going to do it? You can't just hand over a spud and call it done. You're right. We'll need people to be able to teach on site. I'd like Roald and Kite to take care of that. Work with the people in charge, listen to what they want. Will do. We'll need to suss out the best colonies for cultivation, and discuss things with the leaders. But the most important thing right now is the soil. Ah yeah, soil needs earthworm wood, right? Done some analysis on that front. Colony 4 and Colony Mu fulfill the geological criteria. 2 locations. That'd be tricky for the teachers to handle. How about we narrow it down to 1 right now as a test case? Why don't you pick who will approach first? Let's see. Well, Colony 4 is in the middle of a desert. Which would make... Which I guess has 2 parts for that. One, it would make it harder to grow. But on the other hand, they're in the middle of the desert and have very low access to food. Colony Mu, unless I'm mistaken, is the one where they decided to have a party and just decided to go kill a whole bunch of fish. Or fish up a whole bunch of fish. And had basically... I mean, they don't think ahead for their food, I guess. But I'm less worried about them. They can just go fishing. Is that your final answer? No, I'm good. Okay, let's go and talk to the resource bods with Xeon. Appreciate, mate. Hope this works. I mean, I think I made a decent case.
Kind of nuts to think how much difference a single spud can make. A potato with the power to change hearts. Now that's a tuber to tout. The soil's not too acidic, and it looks to be getting enough moisture.
Incredible.
Does?
Your eyes are literally shining.
How's it getting enough moisture? We're in the middle of a desert. Solon, can we talk to you? What's up? I see. And you call them spongy spuds? People can be a little wary about food they're not familiar with. Think it'll be hard to convince them? No. Our colony is battling food shortages right now. If this can take us a tiny bit closer to solving that, then I'd love you to teach us how to grow them. Could you give us some time to consider? Yes. Thank you, yes. Let's get back to Colony 9. You came at just the right time. We just got word that someone in Colony 4 wants to learn to grow potatoes. You're gonna send us back, aren't you? Oh, that was quick. I was actually about to assign some teachers. I was thinking of leaving this one to Trish and Eastman. Eastman works really hard at the fields, so I think he'd be a good shout. Maybe rubbish at expressing himself, but as long as Trish is there, he should be fine. Agreed. They're good choices. So sorry about the sudden request, but would you help? Yep, leave it in our capable hands. We'll get it done in 2 ticks. What he means to say is that we'll work very hard so you don't have to worry. Okay, good to hear. The other thing we have to take into consideration is that it's a food people aren't familiar with. Bit of a roadblock if no one knows how to cook it, yeah? We could share our favorite recipes. What do you think? That sounds like a forte of Manana. Manana very well equipped to share goodness of spongy spuds with world. I'm telling you, give him a quick steam, job's a good... If friend's serious about spongy spuds, then higher height of deliciousness can be achieved. Cooking intuition of Manana say so. Okay, then how about this? We could try to find an original recipe suited to that colony. We can find out about the colony's particular tastes and what they're looking for. I think we'll get people on board that way. Yes, that's a good plan. Manana all for it. It's weird for you to think about how on board people are with a plan. This means people can change no matter how many terms they've got under their belt. Okay, that's enough. So Manana's taken care of the recipes. We could do the asking around then. Good, then let's start gathering data from Colony 4. I'm a poor growling stomach. None of my worst nightmares did I think something I could not read that fast enough. Okay. Imagine that, being able to end the day on a full stomach without eating food that came from the castle. And how is that supposed to be relevant to their taste? But whatever. The rations barely fill you up at all. I don't even care about the taste. I just wish I could stop feeling hungry for an hour. I don't really care.
Interesting news.
From this, what I got. Okay, sure. So about that recipe you've come up with for Colony 4. Market research was very superb. People of Colony 4 want to gorge until Tum Tum is full. They have a hard time getting a high enough yield with the soil they've got. The recipe's going to have to take that into account then. People are going to have enough to eat. That's true. Spongy Spud can be grow in 100 and 1,000 now. So cuisine need to keep flavor fresh and not let people get tiresome of it. That makes sense. What an ingenious take. So how do we put that into practice? I'll do whatever I... From you? Nothing. Oh. Hey, it's not the end of the world. Image of recipe is like crystal in Manana's mind. As soon as ready for present to Colony 4, Manana have complete faith and abilities. That's great news. Let's get cracking then. Manana, is there anything you need besides the spongy spuds? Manana needs 6 spongy spuds, 2 portions of cured Armu sirloin, 2 sprigs of whatever that is. Oh, and also 3 drumstick leeks. We can arrange some of that for you. Well, you are really buzzing about this, aren't you? Quiet Lands. Once the ingredients are ready, we can unveil Manana's creation to Colony 4. Let's have a look at the fields, and then we can talk to Solon about cooking. Wait, do I just have everything? Oh no, once we go to the fields. Okay.
The fields are looking hale and hearty.
Oh wow, it's really coming along, huh? We've managed to get all the seed potatoes in the ground. It went pretty quick with some helping hands. People were eager to help when they found out it was about maintaining a self-sufficient food supply. Now all you need is to turn them into potatoes. Yeah. Is there something on your mind? Of course, most of our soldiers hope the fields will yield crops too. But we've had other potatoes in rations before, and they weren't good. So some soldiers aren't in favor of this experiment. I know this is a lot to ask of you. So we have some naysayers. Well, we actually have a proposal. Time for Manana to shine. Manana's actually put together a bespoke recipe for you. Oh, how marvelous. Manana, pleased to show. Everyone, wash human paws and get ready for cook. What is that?
It's time to show you the true power of Spongy Spuds.
You're wigging me out now, mate. Dial it down a notch.
Does that imply that Nopons have paws? For hands? Why does that feel... Why do I not... Okay, whatever. Let cooking begin. Your hands don't even look like that. Well, I have exactly what we need. Okay. And ta-da to surprise his finish. Bon appetit. It's good. Whoa, this is amazing. Never knew you could make potatoes taste this way. I could eat this every day for the rest of my life. Good, because it sounds like you're going to. And there's so much. I think this is the first time I've ever truly been full. Colony 9's help, we've taken a big step in resolving our food supply issues. We're indebted to you. Glad we could be of service. We're going to get back to the fields. First, I think I'll try some special spongy ta-da to surprise. We've got 2 ticks and that's it. Oof, what a slave driver. Now it's exciting to wait for day of harvest of spongy spuds. That's for sure. Everyone's a wannabe potato farmer here. They're going to have bigger fields than Colony 9. No competition here. The more potatoes we have, the more peace we'll have. At least, that's what I believe. We made a first step today, Xeon. One more step towards your ideal. Of everyone eating potatoes, yes. Never really thought of it as an ideal. Suppose it is. Maybe it's just a small step in the grand scheme of things. But for me, it's a pretty big one. So is affinity going to go up for both colonies? Oh.
Colony relations changed, looks like.
Kind of looked like it just tried to, or no, oh no, we already have max for here. That's what it showed. But okay, whatever.
I'm starving. Got anything I can eat? About
Okay,
that
not a
thing.
quest, but kind of continuing with this. So I've been wondering, between the potatoes from Tau and the potatoes from Colony 9, which do we think is tastier? Friend Lance stumbled upon ultimate question. Not even close. See, for my money, the Tau Spud is best. It's got that sweetness and that little taste that lingers. I'm not sure myself. I think I might prefer the Colony 9 ones. They don't fall apart as easily. I like that they're a bit more solid. Suppose I'd have to go with Tau's. No deep reason, though. Yeah, I don't know what I can choose. For me, Tau edges it, I guess? I haven't really thought about it too deeply either. They are just good, I think? Riku have off spot for Colony 9 potato, after witness struggles of Xeon to grow, eating elicit feelings of sympathy. You make a good point. Alright, Xeon gets my vote too then. Well, that's got nothing to do with the taste anymore, does it? Please to wait. Nana need 3 days to consider question in adequate depth. Really wasn't that kind of question.